Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a speed build and it is one of my first speed builds on this channel. I definitely plan on doing quite a bit more. I really enjoy building, and this is a collab with a bunch of other simmers. We all are making a save file of Newcrest, and there isn't a specific style or anything that anyone went for, just base game and family friendly is the theme. So we have some people doing some community lots. I know there's a gym and a park, maybe a pool, I'm not sure, and then everyone else did residentials. And I am working on the Oak Alcove lot, which is, I believe, a 20 by 15. I am really nervous because this is 10 minutes, which is actually one of my longest videos, so hopefully this voiceover goes over okay. So right here, I had this idea to kind of blend it in with the sidewalk because originally this was actually supposed to be a townhome. I do not think it looks like a townhome anymore. I feel like it's too short or like too wide. I don't know. I still like how the exterior came out, but it's definitely not what I was going for. But yeah, as you can see on the outside of that little black fence that I put around the build, I added this sort of concrete slabs all the way around that, and I think that looks really nice and really just helps blend it in. And as well, like I said, this build did not come out how I thought it was going to. Definitely just not what I was expecting, and I was going for modern because when I think of Newcrest, I just imagine it being a really modern place. But then when I actually built this, I feel like it didn't have that vibe. But if anything, I think it looks like some sort of townhome that's been renovated to be kind of modern. So it has a little bit of the traditional vibes plus the modern. I do like how the exterior came out, even though it's not what I was expecting. And I'm sorry about the camera jumping around. This isn't the best speed build to be my first one. I usually don't build this hectic, but I actually built this over 3 separate sessions and it was like 4 hours. So when I put all the footage together, it just kind of had hectic in the editing and everything. And I usually do like the exterior first or last, and like the interior, and like it's all like just organized. Whereas with this, I was really stressed out because I did have an idea of what I was going for, but then when it actually came down to it, it wasn't coming out the way that I planned. So as a result of that, I go to like the bathroom to outside, to the bedroom to outside again, and then the roof. It's really crazy. And right here, I made some custom counters, and I did play test them. It completely works, so you don't have to worry about that. I play tested the whole build, as well as the kids' room, which you'll see why in a bit. But yeah, so I made some custom counters here because I am not a big fan of base game. Right now, I only have Parenthood, and I was also recently gifted by one of the other girls that is in this group. I'll link her video down below as well as everyone else's. I was gifted toddler stuff from her, so I'm really excited to use those in some future builds. And yeah, as I was saying, so base game just isn't my favorite when it comes to furniture at all. And that's also why I haven't exactly built at this point. I don't know. I feel like there's only one couch and one counter, you know what I mean, that like I like, so I don't know. It just ends up not my style, and then I feel like I can't have full reign of what I'm trying to build. And right here, I realized I forgot a stove, and I was like, I have to redo all of this now. It wasn't that bad. I cut out a lot of the kitchen because it was just really, really crazy. And I had so much problems with this video. I don't know what it is, but for whatever reason, I couldn't edit it. I edited this part about 5 times before I fixed it. It just kept crashing and basically ruining my footage. So it took me a few days and way, way too long to end up fixing that. And I just ended up editing it in shorter increments of time, and I think that fixed it. And so another thing, like I said, it didn't come out at all like I wanted, but I wanted to make this a really cool patio area that I saw on Pinterest that was just so gorgeous. I really wanted to do it, but it just didn't end up fitting. So that's part of the reason it also took so long. I really had to figure out the new style that I was going for with no inspiration because it ended up not what I wanted it to be. But yeah, I just made like a little back part, which I feel like is very townhomey to have that little, just that little back porch that's like 1 foot with like the trash can on it. And I feel like the sink is like really weird looking now that I'm editing. I hope that doesn't bother you too much that it's on a counter like that with the, you know what I mean? Like it's not just on a single counter. I feel like that looks weird. And don't worry about the windows. I go back like towards the end. Like I said, everything I did in this video is completely random and disorganized, which is really unfortunate. I usually don't build like this, and I'm hoping that my next few builds don't come out like this. So yeah, it's definitely more organized, but I do add windows later on. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know what the inside would look like really. I messed with the layout a lot. I cut all that out, but I didn't know what style I was going for because again, it's base game and it's just really hard to find things that are a certain style in base game. I feel like it's all very traditional or very modern and there's no in between. So even though it's a family home, I put 2 chairs right here. I messed around with 4. I felt like it just took up too much space. Although, I mean, if you want that, you can definitely, everything would still work if you had 4 chairs. So if you have a bigger family, although there's only 2 bedrooms, the parents' room and a kid's room, but I'm sure you could fit in some extra beds or renovate it to work better. And I really like that the plants that I put in that bay window right there next to the TV, I did cut that footage out just because it was really, really jumpy with the camera. So yeah, and with the bathrooms, the reason I jumped around to them was because I had some also pictures from Pinterest that I thought looked really, really good and I really wanted to do. I cut out the footage of me attempting it because I'm gonna figure it out. I just needed a bigger bathroom and I'm going to use that in one of my builds pretty soon. So I did cut that out, but I had some really cute ideas for that and the bathrooms ended up like really boring and not at all what I wanted. And this bathroom, I actually switched the door to the side because, I don't know, I wasn't liking the layout. It needed to be bigger. So I ended up removing that table behind the couch and putting a toy box and a stuffed bear, Blurfy, I believe. And I think I cut this out as well because, like I said, I had problems with editing. So there's some stuff that wasn't originally going to be taken out that I then had to remove. But I did take some, no, I feel like I might have left like a little bit of footage. You'll see that later on. But I took some non-CC paintings from the gallery that people use. If you don't know about that, you can just type in like painting into the gallery search bar. And there's people that download CC and then have their Sims paint it from reference and then upload that to the gallery, and they're like rooms that you can just take the paintings off of. So that's really cool, and it doesn't count as CC, which is really, really nice. And so originally, as you saw me change the color scheme, it was going to be like darker and yellow in here, but then I just wasn't liking how the bookcase looked behind the bed. So I ended up switching the whole color scheme, which I really like. It ends up this light blue and some yellow, which is really, really cute. As you can see, I cut some of that footage out. Like I said, I had a lot of problems. So I added a toy box in there, the little modern dollhouse. I cluttered up the end table a little bit, and I added a yellow mirror. And that's about it. I don't know if I said, but there's a toy box in there. And I ended up adding these really cute paintings from the gallery. You will see that very, very soon. They are so cute. I really, really like those. I love looking at the nursery paintings. So yeah, and where that desk is, I end up turning this into like a desk office loft space. Originally, that's not what it was going to be. It was going to be another bedroom, but I figured, why? Like, it's kind of a small place, honestly, and I feel like that just looked a lot nicer. I ended up putting a bookcase in here and another stuffed dinosaur, I think. Just trying to fill up the space, which with base game, like, there's not a lot of stuff for kids. So yeah, and then now I'm on the exterior. I just add a little bit of landscaping. I also added a monkey bars right there for the kids. So, you know, I was really surprised. I never noticed that the swings are not base game. I did not know that. I never use the monkey bars. I really like the swings for some reason. And I had a really hard time with landscaping. I don't know why. I'm really bad at landscaping, honestly. So I just kind of use the same like 3. I feel like that's a tip I've heard before, is to just use the same 3. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. And if you did, go ahead in my description box down below and check out everybody else's builds. And let me know if you want me to do some more speed builds in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys.